Hello everyone, it's Moran aka Starseed Tarot. Welcome back to my channel for another flip through slash first impressions slash review of the deck. I have way too much decks to review now. I have about 40 decks. I went through all the decks that I have to do a review of yesterday, and I have about 40 decks. So I'm asking people on Instagram to help me with the decks they want to see first. So the two first decks that I asked to be reviewed that were on my to-do list, were the Rose Oracle, because someone asked me if I did a review of it, and I didn't yet. So I know someone is interested in seeing my opinion of this deck. And then the Bright Future Tarot, which will be the next one, because the Rose Oracle, as you can see, has won the vote on Instagram. But yeah, the next one will be the Bright Future Tarot, which is a deck that's been sent to me by Saskia at Bright Future Tarot, and I still need to do the review of this. I haven't had time, and I'm way behind all the reviews. But yeah, thank you for everyone that is on Instagram and has voted to help me decide between the Rose Oracle and the Bright Future Tarot. And it makes me happy to know that people actually care and they want to see in a particular order which one I would review first. Anyway, everything said, I will just go through this oracle. So this is the Rose Oracle. This is a new oracle by Rebecca Campbell. She's done the Work Your Light Oracle and the Starseed Tarot Oracle. The artwork is by a different person, so it's by Katie Lewis, while previously it was by Daniel Noel. Both the Work Your Light Oracle and the Starseed Oracle was from the artwork was from Daniel Noel, but this time she changed the artist and is by Katie Lewis. I mean, it's kind of a similar vibe anyway when you will look in the deck. So I guess Rebecca Campbell is always looking for the same kind of artist or same kind of art for her decks. So yeah, it's a 44 card deck and guidebook. So the previous ones I think were the same, 44 cards. I can't remember. I think the Starseed Oracle might have more, but don't quote me on this because I can't remember. So it comes in this box. It's published by Hay House. It comes with this, so it's the same design as the Starseed Oracle box, and then it gives you some of the cards there and then a little description. The rose is a symbol of goddesses of old, and she holds potent medicine for these times. This oracle creates a space for you to connect with her energy, wisdom, and breathtaking beauty. May her healing mysteries call you home to your true nature. So you can find this on Amazon. I pre-ordered it when I knew it was coming out, so I received it the 1st of March. So it opens like this box. This design has a particular reason why it's done like this, because you can put cards like this for readings. So you can put a card like this, and then a card like there. So there's a particular design, and I think it's explained in the guidebook as well, the way you can do the readings. So yeah, it opens in this toolbox. Then you have here, you have Plant Yourself here. Then you obviously have the guidebook there, which we're gonna go through, and then the cards, which we also going to go through. And then here you have the same little saying, plant yourself here. I like this design, to be honest. It's very convenient, it's very easy. So nothing to say about the design of the box, I like it. So now on to the deck. So we have the guidebook. So I'm just gonna say something before we go deeper. I love that I've seen, like, I've went through the deck a little bit. I didn't use it a lot, so this video is gonna be kind of first impression and flip through, because I've worked with it once just to post a picture on Instagram the day after I received it, and that's all. But I've read a little bit about the guidebook, and I must say I kind of don't really, I don't know how to explain it. I kind of don't really understand or relate to what is Rebecca Campbell speaking about in this guidebook. She's speaking about the wisdom of the rose, which is the flower, and she's apparently saying that it's the mother of all roses and everything like this. And yeah, fair enough, it's like a beautiful flower and everything, but like also in the guidebook and in some of the cards, she calls it Mother Rose, like it's like some kind of you know, like Mother Mary or something like this. It makes me think of this, but yeah, that's the one thing I would say. Like, I don't know if this deck is gonna stay in my collection forever, but yeah, it's just I can't really understand the rose references in there, like as almost like a goddess or a deity, or almost like you know, I don't know. It's I just don't know. I just don't understand it. Yeah, I've read a little bit the guidebook. I haven't read forever, but it speaks a lot about the rose, the flower, and where it comes from, and the history of it and everything. So I understand kind of this aspect, like it's always been used as a symbol, but to say that I will channel the energy of the rose by using the deck is making me a little bit like, well, I don't really understand. But I mean, it's a nice deck. We're gonna see the cards, but yeah, it's a nice deck. I love the deck. I love the pictures. I love the keywords chosen. So I guess we'll see how it works. I don't know if it's gonna stay forever. As I said, we'll see. So this is dedicated. So we're gonna go through the guidebook a little bit. So this is dedicated to her grandmother. Then we have the content, obviously. So first we have the acknowledgements. So she explains a little bit how this idea of creating the deck came to life, and why she chose a different artist and all this kind of stuff. Then we speak about the rose, so the call of the rose. So here you can see, for example, she says, Mother Rose has been whispering to me for many years. She guided me to create this oracle as a way to lift the veil of the ancient rose mysteries and reconnect you with the sacred energy of the rose, who I believe is a potent healer for these times. So yeah, it speaks about the call of the rose and why she's created this deck, when it happened. It's a little bit of a story of what happened when she discovered this kind of call of the rose, creating with the roses, and then returning to the garden. It's a little bit of a story to explain a little bit more in detail how and why this deck came to creation. The medicine of the rose, so obviously, and then we are nature, returning to the garden again. So another thing that explains a little bit why she created the deck and how it's related to earth and everything, and the healing product, like the healing properties of the rose, the ancient roots of the rose, so a bit of a history of the rose itself, the rose and the goddess. The rose is a mythical queen of all flowers, from Ishtar to Isis, Aphrodite to Venus, Inanna to Mother Mary. The further back we trace the rose's thread, the more often we see this flower appearing as a symbol of goddesses in many of the world's tradition. So yeah, I guess it's kind of related to the goddess and deities and stuff like this, but I would rather have like a deck that is about deities and roses than a deck that is only about rose and you call it Mother Rose. I don't know. I'm gonna see. It's just a bit weird. It's just different, obviously. So obviously when something is different, we always have this first apprehension, I would say, and like we don't really accept there could be something different. But again, I don't know. It's maybe something that some people will connect with and I will never connect with. We'll see. The rose and the hidden Celtic goddess worship, a symbol of mystery and secrecy. So again, it speaks a lot about the rose itself as a flower and its appearance in history, in like divination and magic and all this kind of stuff. Sacred and mystical association of the rose. A healer for this changing time, so the healing properties of the rose, ancient rose wisdom, and then the oracle, working with the rose oracle. So we see we are already at page 31 and we're still reading only the thing about the deck, you know. So it's a very complete, detailed explanation on how this deck came to life. About the rose oracle, connecting with deck. She usually puts this in all her decks, where how to connect with the deck. There's a little prayer. I think the prayer is there as well. Is it the same? No. So it's a prayer to Mother Rose. Again, it feels very much like we're praying to a deity, which to me sounds weird because it's just a flower. But again, not judging. I'm just saying what I think and how I feel about the deck as a first impression. The Rose Oracle attunement. So you can have like this is it, but you can also go online and you can download it there. Another attunement there. Wait, it's on the back actually. Yeah, so this is the Rose Oracle attunement, these 2 pages. Then you have an explanation on how to read the cards. Then step 1, what to do. Step 2, shuffle and connect, divide and spread, select your card. So in all her decks, she does like explain how to connect with the card and how to read with the card. And then also, which I like in her decks, usually there are different things. So there's Soul Inquiry and Rose Transmission. In the Work Your Light Oracle, it was more like Soul Inquiry and Soul Action. In the Starseed Tarot, it was kind of the same. So I like that this element of her decks, that it pushes you to ask yourself questions. And then using the box as a portable altar. So it's like, again, explaining why this deck has this shape. And as I'm gonna show you quickly, you can do these different type of like readings where you put cards there, 1 card here, and it gives you like a kind of reading like this, you know. So she's explaining the way you can use the box in her guidebook. And this is 1 card spread, 2 card spreads, 4 card spreads, and then another 4 card spreads that is different, and then the 5 card spread. And then we pass to the cards and the explanation. For each card you have a little almost black and white of the card. You have the name there and some keywords, and then an explanation. And again, is Soul Inquiry. What are you ready to release? Or if it's not a Soul Inquiry, which will be a Rose Transmission, you will have a little kind of affirmation, I would say, to use the energy of the Rose or Rose Goddess or Mother Rose, or however you want to call it. So there are about, so the total book is like 145 47, but then it's just, yeah, 49. Let's say 49, 51. 150 pages approximately. And at the end you just have like going deeper, so you can visit the website, and then you can follow the course, the Oracle course, and then her other Oracle card decks, some course meditation and membership, and some books that she written. So I only have letters to Starseed. I don't have Rise Sister Rise or Light is the New Black. And then some bibliography she used to create this deck. And then about the creator, so about Rebecca Campbell, and about the artist, which is Katie Lewis, which is a different artist than her other decks. So here we are for the guidebook. Now we're gonna go on to the cards. Just quickly running through the 44 cards. So as I said, you receive this card there, which is the Oracle attunement that you can use every time you want to connect to Mother Rose. I'm gonna read this. So on the back of this card, you will find the Rose Oracle Attunement Altar card. You can use the attunement to ritually connect with your Oracle and Mother Rose each time you use it. So you don't have to read this Oracle attunement every time you want to use the deck. I didn't do it when I first used the deck. I don't think it has very much an importance, but it's up to you guys. You decide what you want to do. So now we're gonna go on to the cards. They are not in order because I've shuffled them already. But yeah. So you have After the Rain, Silver Lining, Relief, Hope, Mercy, It's Over, Acceptance. So again, it's very beautiful art. You will have the rose, obviously. That's the back, by the way. Which is very nice. I love the back, but I love this deck in general. Like, even if you can hear me being a little bit skeptic because I don't know, but I love the imageries. It gives a very gentle and reassuring energy, so I like this. Then you have the Bloom, Creation, Realize, Right Time, Harvest, Celebrate. So you have quite a lot of keywords. It's not just one or two, it's a lot of keywords, so it's very expensive and you can really work with the deck very easily. The Child Within, Inner Mother, Innocence, Gentleness, Tenderness, very beautiful card. Codes of the Seeds, the blueprint is within you, take the next step. Again, it's super pretty card. The Holy Grail, stop the endless searching, inner quest. The Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Healing is happening, you're not broken, trust the process is safe to soften. Again, you have roses there, the rose there. Healing the motherline, healing ancestral work, motherline growing up. Again with the roses. Held, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. The Grandmothers, I like this card too, it's beautiful, I think, with some kind of like cosmos there. Yeah, the Grandmothers, remember your roots, perspective, trust the weaving. Come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance, desires. The Crowning, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. The fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beginning. The Rose Garden, innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. The Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. And you have Venus there, like the stage, you know, and then you have some kind of, how do you call it? Geometry, sacred geometry there. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice deck. Like, as I said, it's a nice deck. The imageries are good. The keywords are good. The Rose Thread, Inner Call, Solid, the Mystic, Living Courageously. The Rose Without Thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of life. Sacred union, beloved within inner and outer relationships. Sacred water, nourishments, replenishments, health, rest, self-care. Second bloom, a second chance is never too late, new possibilities. The wild rose, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness untamed. We are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. So you see you have a lot of keywords in each card, almost each card. The wasteland, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. The thorn, protection, boundaries, clear communication. I love this card, it's so pretty. Trust the season, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth. Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within, destiny. Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. The sun, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. Very beautiful card as well. Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. The return, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. We already had this word alignment, so that's something else I want to mention, is some of the cards seems to be a little bit repetitive, so you will have kind of the same keywords or the same kind of energy, but again, I haven't worked with it, so it's not like I came across a reading, I did a reading and I came across two cards that were saying the same. But yeah, we've seen this before, alignment. So yeah, the reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. Plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, grounded action. Beautiful card as well. Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. Release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. Very nice card. Open, say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. Lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call, gather. Morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, positive outlook. Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility. See, we have it here again. Returning to each other, compassion, humanity, and here we have compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, again, same word, grace. So, again, I don't know how this this deck is gonna work, but to me, if I was to work with the deck and like I was doing a reading and these two cards came in a reading, I will be like, this is basically saying the same stuff. It's giving the same energy, saying the same stuff, so I don't know, we'll see. The bird, potential, promise, it's about to happen, keep going. Brothers of the Rose, I love that there's some kind of like masculine representation as well. Sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. Yeah. The breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. The anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gift. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna shuffle the cards quickly and I'm gonna choose a card and then I'm gonna read from the guidebook so you have a better understanding of how it reads and what it says in the guidebook. And yeah, and then that will be the end of the video. So can I have a card please for all the people watching? And we have plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, grounded action. So I'm gonna look at the guidebook now to try and find it. It's probably by alphabetic order, hopefully. So yeah, it is. So I will not have any. If I look for a 100. Okay, so plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. Invite your soul to come all the way in. From your knees to your nose, your cheeks to your toes. Fully embody your life. Drop the defensive walls. Let your soul land and occupy each and every cell. Anchor all parts of you into the here and now. Life is here even when death is here. Birth isn't possible without it. And you came here to birth this world anew. Don't you remember? Fully commit to living this life. Put your 2 feet and your ancient soul wholly and completely in. This is the card of the one who's committed to being the bridge between heaven and earth, the embodied mystic. They know that they don't need to denounce either heaven or earth. Rather, they are a weaver of worlds, here to embody their soul more and more with each new day, here to weave the sacred back into everyday life. This card is an invitation to commit more fully to your life as a soul having a human experience, to invite your soul to grow roots and that reach deep so that you can grow tall, to commit to your humanity and your expansion at once. The rose invites us to embrace all stages of life on earth, from the bud to the bloom, from the cutting back to the fruit. Her beauty and sweet scent are an embodiment of heaven, a nectarous reward for being here. The rose reminds us to take a moment to properly enjoy the sweetness that heaven really can be a place on earth. And then you have the little soul inquiry. How can you commit more to your life? So it's a nice message. I like it. I feel it's very similar to Work Your Light Oracle in terms of message, and it's very similar to some of the Starseed Oracle as well. I'm gonna leave the cards here because I'm gonna do the thumbnail. But yeah, it's very similar to some of the other decks. The only thing I would say on a personal standpoint is my opinion is like everyone is entitled to feel and think differently. It's just that I think if I had to choose between the Starseed Oracle, the Work Your Light Oracle, and this one, the Rose Oracle, I connect more with, for example, the Starseed Oracle. I like the Work Your Light Oracle, and this one because I don't really understand or can relate or, you know, can understand this connection to the rose, and I don't really get it. It might pull me off a little bit of the deck, but again, it's a nice deck. If you connect to this kind of energy, it's a gentle deck, good energy, good imagery, good keywords, very positive. So yeah, I like it as a deck, but I'm not convinced I will use it much in the future because I already have the Starseed Oracle, to which I connect a lot more than this one, and the Work Your Light Oracle, which to me gives the same kind of vibe of like positiveness and all this kind of stuff without having to think about why am I connected to the rose, you know. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for everyone that voted on Instagram. The next one will be the Bright Future, and then I will ask again for your help to decide between 2 decks and which one you want to see first for me to review. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm available on Instagram at star_seed_tarot. Be careful of the scammers. It's not star_seed_tarot. It's not star_space_seed_tarot. It's not star.seed.tarot. It's really star_seed_tarot. And I have about 1,990 something followers, and that's my only account. I will never contact you. But yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram yet, don't hesitate, so you can help me for the next round of decks that I will review. Help me decide which one I want to review. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.